Narrating stories in past. We are gonna learn the differences between simple past and past continuous. But first, let's review all the tenses. So remember, all the tenses have auxiliaries that help you to create negative sentences and interrogative sentences. These auxiliaries are different for each tense. If you remember this, you are gonna be able to create sentences in all the tenses: past, present, and future. But now we are gonna focus in simple past and past continuous. So for simple past, the auxiliary is did for all the subjects. And for past continuous, we have two different auxiliaries: were for the subjects, you, they, we, and the auxiliary was for the subjects, I, she, he, it. Let's see more differences between simple past and past continuous. Simple past, it's used to describe actions in the past that are finished. There are two different types of verbs: regular and irregular. The negative form in simple past is didn't. There are two types of verbs in simple past: regular verbs and irregular verbs. The regular verb form in past is made adding ed to the verb. For example, play is in present and played is in past. The irregular verbs completely change. You can see the list of the irregular verbs in your modulo. The simple past structures are affirmative sentences, subject, that is the person who is making the action, plus verb, that is the action. This verb is going to be in past in the affirmative sentence, plus the complement. In the negative sentence, the structure is subject, didn't, the verb, that in this case is going to be in present, plus complement. And finally, in the interrogative sentence, the structure is did, the subject, the verb, that is going to be in present, plus complement. Here we have some examples. In the affirmative sentence, Paula is the subject, both is the verb in past, and a new car is the complement. In the negative sentence, Paula is the subject, didn't is the auxiliary, buy is the verb in present, and a new car is the complement. In the interrogative sentence, did is the auxiliary, Paula is the subject, buy is the verb in present, and a new car is the complement. Now we are going to learn past continuous. Past continuous, it's used to describe actions that were in progress in the past. The verbs are in present, and you add to the verb ing. The negative forms in past continuous are using verb to be in past, So they are weren't for the subjects you, they, and we, and wasn't for the subjects I, she, he, it. Weren't and wasn't is basically to say no, so something wasn't happened in the past. The structures in past continuous are these. In the affirmative sentence, subject, auxiliary was or were depending on the subject, verb in present plus ing and the complement. In the negative sentence, subject wasn't or weren't depending on the subject, verb in present plus ing and the complement. And the interrogative sentence, was or were the auxiliary depending on the subject, subject, verb in present plus ing and complement. These are some examples in past continuous. An affirmative sentence could be they, that is the subject, were, verb to be in past, painting, verb plus ing, the house, complement. Negative sentence, they weren't, verb to be in past, painting, verb plus ing, the house, complement. And the interrogative sentence, were, verb to be in past, auxiliary, they, subject, painting, verb plus ing, the house, complement. This is another example. In the affirmative sentence, Alejandro is the subject, was auxiliary, visiting, verb plus ing, his grandmother, the complement. In the negative sentence, Alejandro, subject, wasn't auxiliary negative, visiting, verb plus ing, his grandmother, complement. And the interrogative sentence, was auxiliary, Alejandro, subject, visiting, verb plus ing, his grandmother, complement.